I was hitchhiking through Golden, BC. Got picked up by the RCMP. Said, would you like to fight a forest fire? I said no, because I didn't want to be a liar. I didn't want my pants on fire. That's right?
Here.
He said, would you like to go to jail? I said, how about this forest fire? Well, it started out with a smoky haze. Rangers burned out the ground ahead of the blaze. Just before I reached the guard, the fire died down, and the backfire backfired and spread all around. Of course, that's like fighting fire with fire. I was halfway up a hillside with a heavy hose, dousing a ground fire in my freshly washed, laundered, pressed, you have to believe it, clothes. Mud was flowing like an avalanche. I yanked on the hose, slipped on a branch, fell first face in the mud. Water squirting all around. I got my clothes all soiled. Yeah, figures. The steaks every night we'd eat till we were sore. Then we'd have some dessert and go back for more. After that we'd go into town to drink it up. I was a teenager back then. We all used our hard hats as sort of a cup. There's a lot of beer. And it had an effect on us, so we all, the one Volkswagen, like pounds in a circus, would all be on the back of it and in it. I'd be on the hood howling. I was a howling teenage hood ornament. They'd wake us at 4. We'd be sleeping pretty plastered. We'd drink some coffee that tasted like battery acid. I don't know what battery acid tastes like, but I don't imagine it's nice. After breakfast, they'd herd us into a truck, drive halfway up a mountain and get stuck. I watched the beards of 2 guys turn from red to gray as they sat on the back of a bulldozer. That's the dust, you know. Or was it gray to red? Doesn't matter. They'd hand us a shovel, a Pulaski, a lunch, and sometimes a piss tank. We'd use the Pulaskis to chop down trees. That's so we could go home and tell everybody that we stayed at a lumber camp and chopped down a tree. Took 4 or 5 of us, about half an hour, maybe an hour, and taking turns. Timber. The lunches were unbearable, as a matter of fact. The bears would steal them and bring them back. I forgot that line last week, so I'm singing it again. We'd take the piss tanks and strap them on our backs, pick teams, and then have a squirt gun fight attack. We were supposed to walk around until we spotted a spot fire and squirt water on it. By the time we spotted a fire, though, the tanks would be empty. If the good Lord had intended us to walk around squirting water on, well, he would have. That's just what he did. I won't say what the next line is. I was young when I wrote it. That's my excuse. Our tire hearts were unbearable, breakable, but that wasn't true. We tried to break them up for something to do. We told the victim he'd get a golden replacement. Then the rocks would fly and rip and dent. We'd jump up and down and scream, throw rocks and boulders like cavemen clubbing a road. I don't know if there's roads back then. We never seemed to fit. They never seemed to fit quite right after that. We'd go into camp 2 or 3 at a time, seeking new helmets, but we never got a golden replacement. Told them a caterpillar ran over them. Got new ones and spray painted them blue. I don't know why. We'd sleep in the forest and talk about getting rich. The fire would creep up and we'd never twitch. We'd just be dozing off when the dozer would come. Getting run over by a caterpillar ain't much fun. Just ask a Hamlet. Speed it up. I know how you get the impression that we were lazy. When there's work to do, we work like crazy. Jason carrying water bill. We had some uncle who deserved all those bills. A lot of the first ours was the worst. When it came time to return, we were always first. We snuck down the river for a swim one day. So I thought we heard a helicopter miles away. We were all half bare naked running around, building dams, rolling boulders down. Saw a copter and hid the time we stayed. Except for one who stood in the water in the way. Half the camp was looking at us. Looking for us. Copter was looking. We became known as the Lost Crew. Our whole crew wanted to quit the same day, but the firefighter's manual said we had to stay. It rained for a while and our work was soon done. Hard to quit that job and it's finally slow down. I hopped the freight and stole a blanket for a souvenir. Had government of British Columbia on it, and pinned it in a circle in the center, so I cut it out and made it into a poncho. I never worn it since.